Everyone has a collection they love to collect. For some, it may be an exciting book or novel series. For others, it may be paint and paintbrushes. But for me, my collection is records, or more specifically, vinyl. Since late May of 2018, I've been collecting vinyl from several of my favorite artists, from the Beatles to Metallica. Now, I would love to show you my entire collection, but to do that in one video would take over 2 hours long, which would become a little boring. So to make it a little more watchable, I split my collection into a series, which meant that the videos would now take less than 1 hour long each. In early August 2025, I went through my entire collection to see how I would split this collection up. I decided that the best way to make these videos more watchable was split them into when I got each of them. In this video, I will be taking a look at the albums I got between January to March 2022. Alright, it's time to look at my first batch of vinyl records I got in the year 2022. First up is not an album, it's a single. A picture disc single, to be exact, of I Feel Fine, another Beatles single. So this was released in 1984, so as to coincide with its 20th anniversary, they were re-releasing all the Beatles' singles on picture disc 20 years since its original release. And so I think it's kind of cool to have these in your collection. You can see the matrices. HTM. And Orlake. And there's the other side. Cal number in the matrix. And Orlake. This is definitely a very, very interesting find. And by the time I decided to find these 20th anniversary picture disc singles, vintage vinyl where I picked this up had one left, which is this one, so I cut my losses and went for it. And I bought it along with this. This is the Beatles' 1962 to 1966 LP, otherwise known as the Red Album. Again, this is the regular 2LP version. It's not the 2023 50th anniversary remix. This is the 2014 reissue pressed in Europe, which is very, very cool. There's a gatefold, nice and shiny. Even in this gatefold, it's very, very shiny. And then we also have this little insert here featuring the liner notes from the 2010 CD editions. And then the inner sleeve, kind of odd that this is like paper thin and this is like cardboard. I feel like it should have been reversed. This should be like made of like cardboard and this should be paper thin, but it is what it is. Still a cool album to have. Original inner sleeve with all the lyrics intact. On Apple Records, both sides with a red background to further emulate that this is the Red Album. And here's the second disc. There's all the credits you need. But this is definitely a cool find, this 2014 European pressed 62 to 66. Unfortunately, I have not yet found the 67 to 70 album, especially now that it's harder to find, but I am currently on the hunt for it. But what I do have from that period is a January 69 album of Yellow Submarine, soundtrack album to the July 68 animated film. This is a 2012 reissue. And we have wider borders, so this is a European pressed edition. There's the back with the UK liner notes. They do have the original US liner notes in here too. We have a brand new inner sleeve here with the US liner notes in here, which I thought was kind of cool. And there's the Apple Records label, this time with a regular black background. So do not yet have the 67 to 70 album, but I do have this. Lastly, from this first batch is a Led Zeppelin album turning 50 this year. It's Physical Graffiti. I'm not even gonna, and this is a top opening, so I'm not even gonna bother taking this out. So 2015 edition, pressed for its 40th anniversary. And you have a die cut hole here, plus this little insert which holds the discs, giving you the track listing and credits. And yeah, it was held in here. What's kind of cool about this die cut is that you can slip back in and you can get different variations, I guess. I don't know what else you call it. So there you are. And here's where disc 1 is housed. So I'll show you what all that looks like. Oop, there we go. And disc is in here on Swan Song. Now you might be wondering, well, how come there are no inner sleeves in here? Well, the answer is these are the inner sleeves. These are like actually paper thin, which is kind of nice as opposed to the cardboard felt ones you normally feel. I'll just put this in here so you can get a glimpse of that. There it is. And this is the last variation. Okay. So there's the second disc with the inner sleeve here. So that is a great start to my record collection that I got in 2022. All these are really great albums, all worth checking out if you're feeling bored.